Hi, besties! Are you ready for the new secret update, in which we will get a lot of new sets? And with this update, new codes! In this video, we will discuss with you all the news related to this update. And I will also show you a lot of new sneak peeks, so that you are definitely 100% ready for this update. But before we start, write in the comments which set of these for you like the most. My favorite is the carnival costume from Brazil, but it is very interesting to know your opinion. Let's not drag on for long and get straight to the point. As you've probably already noticed, a big new update is coming soon, and it will be dedicated to World Culture Day. And believe me, this update promises to be massive and full of exciting content. Even the developers themselves are eagerly looking forward to its release and are actively preparing for it. The update is scheduled to launch on May 17th, which means there's not much time left. For me, it will be released at 6 p.m., but keep in mind that everyone will receive the update at a different time depending on their time zone. So be sure to check your own region's release time so you don't miss it. This update is expected to bring a lot of new content. The developers have promised new hairstyles, patterns, accessories, clothing, and many other unique items. Everything will be inspired by cultures from around the world. The main goal of this update is not just to entertain players, but also to introduce them to the traditions and styles of different countries. So we can confidently say this will be one of the most exciting and content-rich updates we've seen in a while. Before I show you all the outfits, let's first take a closer look at how the info cards will appear and which countries are included in this update. In one of the images, we can see a total of 9 countries: the Philippines, Mexico, Scotland, Brazil, Thailand, Nigeria, Spain, India, and Japan. Unfortunately, most of the cards are blurred, so it's hard to read the details, but some words are already visible and give a hint about what's to come. If you don't see your country listed among these 9, don't worry. The developers have confirmed that this is only the beginning of a much larger project. They plan to gradually add more and more countries in the future, so eventually many more cultures will be represented in the game. Right now, we already have sneak peeks of 4 outfits, and I'm going to show them to you. These are inspired by the traditional clothing of Brazil, the Philippines, India, and Thailand. Here are the individual photos of each outfit. Let's start with the stunning Indian dress. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact name of this traditional attire, but if you do, feel free to share it in the comments. The design looks elegant, detailed, and full of rich colors. Next is the look from Thailand. If I'm not mistaken, the draped fabric is called a sarong. What really stands out to me are the beautiful accessories that complete the set. They look delicate and luxurious. Then we have the vibrant Brazilian carnival costume. It's clearly inspired by the iconic Rio de Janeiro carnival. Just look at those magnificent feathers on the headpiece. The whole outfit bursts with color and celebration. And finally, there's a lovely outfit from the Philippines. I especially like the patterned shirt and the layered shawl, which adds a nice touch to the overall look. I'm truly impressed by each and every one of these sets. Which one is your favorite out of the 4? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which look you like the most. We've also received much closer and clearer photos that show how the new hairstyles will look, and they're all unique and full of personality. The first hairstyle gives off a very elegant and refined vibe. Personally, it reminds me of the old money aesthetic. It looks classic, sleek, and perfect for more formal or timeless outfits. Next, we have a unique style with afro curls. I'm already very curious to see how this one will appear in-game, especially when paired with various accessories. It adds a fun and voluminous look that stands out. Another hairstyle features soft curls swept to the side with colorful streaks. It's a trendy and youthful style that will definitely appeal to players who enjoy vibrant, expressive looks. And finally, there's a beautifully gathered hairstyle that appears to be braid wrapped around the head. It looks neat and culturally inspired, making it perfect for traditional or historical outfits. Aside from hairstyles, we can also spot new makeup looks featured in some of the upcoming sets. One image clearly shows traditional Indian makeup with detailed decoration around the eyes and forehead. It adds authenticity and enhances the overall feel of the outfit. I also have more sneak peeks of the tie outfit. These are in-game screenshots, and they reveal more than we've seen before, including a stunning head accessory that wasn't visible in earlier photos. It completes the look perfectly and brings even more cultural detail to the set. And the best part, this isn't everything. There are still many more sets coming with the update. The developers have promised a wide variety of content, so we can expect even more exciting reveals soon. The developers have decided to make this update not only entertaining, but also educational. All outfit sets will be completely free, and each one will come with an informative card that tells players about the culture represented by the outfit. This is a fantastic opportunity not just to receive new content, but also to learn more about the traditions, clothing, and unique aspects of different cultures around the world. The main goal of this update is to celebrate and include as many cultures as possible. That's why the development team has even created a special submission form, inviting creators from different countries to participate in the development of this update. The idea is to make the representation of cultures more authentic and diverse by including voices from around the world. One of the most exciting questions players have is whether there will be promo codes in this update. It's actually quite rare for an update to be released without any codes at all, so the likelihood of receiving at least one is very high, over 90%. Especially considering that a few months ago, a code from Moto Princess was supposed to be released, but it never came out. It feels like now would be the perfect time to launch that code, as it fits the theme of the update perfectly. And by the way, if you're worried whether the new outfits will be compatible with male avatars, there's no need to be. All new sets will be wearable on both avatar body types, which is great news for everyone regardless of how they customize their characters. Also, during a discussion in the official Discord chat, someone asked whether we can expect more packs. Bplace responded with a yes, so now we're left wondering what exactly that means. Are we getting new pose packs, new walk styles, or maybe something entirely new? I'm personally very curious to find out. Lastly, many of us are eagerly awaiting the release of the next quest. So far, we only know one detail: Agamemnon will no longer be a demon acting through Lena, but will appear as a physical character in the next part of the storyline. That means we're in for some exciting plot developments, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Players are still interested in when the dual poses promised to us will be released. But Zach replied that unfortunately he is currently having some problems with the release of these poses, but they should definitely be released. Let's remember what these poses are. Muscular pose. Pose to hold a partner in your arms. Hug pose. Pose to hold a partner on your back. Selfie pose. I think many of you have noticed that in this update, we didn't receive a lot of the items that were shown in sneak peeks before the release. This can definitely be disappointing, especially if you were eagerly waiting for certain features or accessories that looked amazing in the previews. Of course, we can't say for sure why they weren't added, since the developers haven't given any official explanation. However, there's a high chance that the team decided to hold them back on purpose to avoid overwhelming the update with too much content at once, which already happened during the Halloween release when the game was overloaded with new items. So it's very likely that these items will still come later, maybe in a mini update or as part of a future patch. Now let's take a look at what exactly we're still waiting for based on the sneak peeks. Second, we have these beautiful accessories that were shown in the promo content. They looked stunning and full of detail, but so far, we haven't seen them in the shop or the customization menu. Hopefully, they'll still be added soon because they really stood out and seemed quite special. The first item is this luxurious headdress in the form of a kokoshnik, which is decorated with gold ornaments and ruby stones. The next accessory is an incredible hand mirror, which is made in the same style, gold with rubies. I wonder if you can see the reflection there. And the last one, this is such a staff that complements the collection, with a very expressive and cute heart made of red ruby on top. I especially love the idea of the mirror. It would be amazing if it came with multiple toggles, allowing different placement variations in hand or even different angles. That would add more customization and creativity to outfit creation. To be honest, I think these will be quest rewards. But the quest itself hasn't even been released yet, but I really hope the developers won't make us wait too long. We also didn't receive the student cap that was announced quite a while ago. It appeared in previews and promotional images several updates ago, but still hasn't made it into the game. The same goes for the new cape from the set we were already shown in-game, even featured on 2 characters at once. That made it feel even more like something that was just around the corner, yet it's still unavailable in the shop. In one of the developer Q&A videos, a new dress briefly appeared in the background. This particular dress had even been mentioned on the developer's official Twitter, where they stated it would be a future rework of an existing Robux set. Despite that announcement, the dress hasn't been added to the game yet, which is a bit surprising considering it seemed ready for release. Another feature we were shown ahead of time but haven't received is a brand new map. Side view of the main hall. View of the hat stand. Hallway with solariums. Stand with women's tops and shoes. Main hall and shoe rack. It was part of an early sneak peek where new environments and areas were teased. However, since we already have a fully reworked and much more convenient map that players seem to love, it's likely that the older sneak peek map was dropped entirely. It's worth noting that when those previews were released, many players in the comments were less enthusiastic about that version of the map compared to the one we currently have. We also still haven't seen the new patterns that were previewed before the update. In particular, I'm sad about the pearlescent petal pattern because I think it would have fit beautifully with many different outfits, especially magical or spring-inspired ones. A total of 3 patterns were previewed, but none of them have made it into the game so far. Lately, players have been noticing a growing number of bugs in the game, and many are sharing their experiences on social media. One striking example involves Lana's character. Just take a look at what's happening on screen. Personally, I haven't seen anything like this during a round, but it definitely looks creepy. The petal update contains many hidden details that most players might not notice right away. So now I'll show you these interesting elements that are definitely worth checking out. Let's start in the main hall. On the head of one of the mannequins, you'll find a butterfly accessory. But this isn't just a simple head decoration. There are multiple ways to wear it. You can place the butterfly on your finger, wear it on your head, or even add up to 5 butterflies at once if you want a bright and magical look. Of course, you can also keep it minimal by choosing just 1 or 2. On the same stand, there's another easily overlooked item, a stylish summer hat placed on a male mannequin. Due to its colors and how well it blends in with the decorations, it's not very noticeable at first. But if you look closely, you'll see it's a lovely beach-style hat that perfectly complements summer outfits. It looks light breezy and adds a relaxed, seasonal vibe to your look. Now let's head into the VIP room, which also hides a few special items. But what if not everyone has the opportunity to purchase VIP? Don't worry, I have collected 2 ways for you to get it for free and quickly. First, you need to leave the main building and look to the left. Here you will see a fence and a bush that you need to jump on. And then from this bush, you can easily jump onto the roof of the building as shown in the video. Next, we need to go to this section. Something strange is happening here, but let's not get distracted. Now we need to get to the place between these 2 columns. And look carefully, here you can see a button by pressing which you will get to the dressing room. And as you can see, this dressing room is located in the VIP hall, and you can wear something from here. And here is the third, completely new way to get to the VIP room during the round, so that you can wear things from there and take first places with them. To begin with, you need to climb to the highest point on the map. You can also do it in parkour. But it is not always possible to find a parkour in which there is a point higher than the one I will show you now. You need to go to the leaderboard and find this vase. Now you need to jump on it and jump on the leaderboard itself. And from here, crouch down on the highest part of this column. Voila! Everything is almost ready. Now we wait for the round to start. And when there are the last seconds before the round, you need to start jumping as quickly as you can. As you can see, in this way, we ended up on the roof, right at the beginning of the round. And you have enough time to get here where I will show you. Here is the VIP room itself. And you just need to jump there, that's all. You are at your destination. One of them is a cute mixing bowl and whisk decorated with strawberries. These are great not only for outfits, but also for filming themed videos in the kitchen location of the studio. It's a very creative and niche accessory that fans of small details will appreciate. And finally, the most hidden item is a pair of translucent sleeves found on the mannequin wearing the butterfly top. Because of their sheer texture, they blend in with the mannequin and are hard to spot at first, but they look incredibly soft and elegant. What I especially love are the tiny butterflies on the sides. They add a touch of delicacy and magic to the overall outfit. I want to show you a couple of secrets from the update that few people noticed, but bloggers almost never show. The old eyelash that you could get using the code SUBM15CY have received brand new toggle options. Previously, there were only 6 toggles available, which already offered a nice range of styles. But in the latest update, the developers have added 3 more, giving players even more ways to customize their looks. Let me show you what these new options look like. The new toggles are labeled as number 7, 8, and 9. Toggle 7 features thick, voluminous lash that make the eyes appear larger and more expressive. Toggle 8 is very similar, but has a winged eyeliner effect, making the look a bit more dramatic and slightly longer in shape. And finally, Toggle 9 gives you a pair of cute, subtle lashes that are shorter and softer, perfect for everyday or more gentle styles. In addition to that, we've received a full rework of one of the most iconic April Fool's Day items, the chicken heels. If you remember, these were originally a prank item from April 1st, where the developers teased fancy shoes with a bow, but when you entered the code, you got literal chicken legs instead. It became a funny memory within the community. Now, in this update, the developers have brought us a proper, stylish version of those shoes. Players can now toggle between the joke version and a beautiful new one, choosing whichever suits their outfit better. And one last thing worth mentioning, the codes. While technically we haven't missed them yet, it's important to know that they can disappear at any time. The developers have already started removing codes that are over a year old, so I strongly recommend entering all the active ones as soon as possible to avoid missing out on any free items. CHOOP1E_1S_B for CK. Lana. Lihesh. C for La for Lay. M3RM for Odd. D1 Orst for R. Sub15 Psi. B3APL for YS_DL1E. Ella. Megan Place Boots. Lanabo. Lanatutu. S3M_OW3 and _Y for Y. Ibelislay. Bilalislay. Creek. It's just Nicolas. Amoy. Takus. Kichu. Ashley Bunny. Laboots. 1Con1CF Fortma. And finally, the moment we have been waiting for. Let's take a look at the new codes that we received in this update. The first available code is Angle-Tanked, but you have to be very careful because the second letter is actually replaced by the number 4. By redeeming this code, we will receive an adorable motorcycle helmet. We will take a closer look at it in a moment. Now let's enter the second code, which is called Enchantedizy. Here as well, attention is needed because the first D is replaced by the number 3, and the letter I is replaced by the number 1. By using this code, we will get a colorful rainbow magic wand. Let's take a closer look at these items. The first item was the helmet with cute cat ears. It looks extremely adorable and futuristic at the same time. I am sure this accessory will become very useful in many themed rounds, adding extra brightness and uniqueness to any outfit. The second item is a magic wand that can be held in either hand thanks to the toggle system. When you hold it and move around, a trail with magical VFX effects will follow your character. I really like this item for how impressive it looks and for the way it brings a special touch to any outfit. That's everything I wanted to show you today. I hope this video was helpful and that you now feel more confident exploring the new update and knowing what to look out for. Don't forget to redeem all the codes while they're still active. Also, keep an eye out for upcoming news because some of the previewed items might still arrive in future mini updates. As always, I'd love to see your support. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any game updates. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, besties!